Canadian Stig or Kevin. I am Kevin. And this is Garden Super Speedway Park, and these are the cars that are in the DINO RUN Eliminations Tournament. We've been waiting for, trying to get to. Today's the first day where there's been no rain throughout the day. These premiums, this guy's getting hidden back there. Okay. Premium Chase. My team. Black Magic Rider or Ron's team. Okay, so we call this one C8. This one we call Custom. And these ones are all abbreviated by their first letters by their fancy long drawn out names. So they are K and R. So this one is R for Ron. And this is Roman. This is Fastback. This is K. This is Fox Body. And this is Black Chase. This is a lesson on how we do the scoring. So when we do hit the heavyweights in the mail-in with Crazy Canuck and White Knuckle Motoring Speed Shop, we have some other cars that we were messing around with too. So scoring and the points accumulated as we race, and then add it up. Can we see that one? Our wonderful high-tech methods here. And the final scores of 40, out of focus. 45.50 is a high score. However, the highest score was a 69 Chevelle. With these scores receiving a 50. And that's the Pro 7 laps, where we just run 7 laps out of the Pro start. You have to do a practice run and a qualifying run with a guy next to you, and then that sets how we pull you off the track. The last two, all the way up until we get to the start. And that's what this is at the top here. These ones that we are about to race have already done their fastback, have already done their Pro 7, so we're going to put them down the ladder. So right now, as it stands, Corvette C8, this white one right here, has 53.5 points as the #1 high score. So how the ladder works is different. There are 7 start gates on the track, and each start gate is a lap. You run all 7 laps as you climb the hill. As you notice, there are a lot of zeros. We have zeros because if you can't land the jump and you crash, you're out. You're eliminated. You receive no points. Lots of cars just hit the jump and don't do it. So let's go see the track. This is the checkered flag area at the very, very end, at the top of the space runoff. We have embedded a $100 Vegas playing card. Up there, there's something to be told about that down the road. There's the nebula that's reflective tape. And same with the 2 edges we just got put on today. Tried to seal some things up. We hit it with 600 and 1200 grit sandpaper. So it's actually very, very smooth. We filled in a few potholes. This track is an ever evolving, like, real road. Oh, that's a nice angle to get the texture. This is very smooth. It is very smooth though, even though you see the texture in the ripples there. Look at that. Look at the rippling areas. Oh yeah, that's the part I can't get for you guys to see, the rippling that really gives the true effect. So I can see this is working out nice right now. You see the little spotlight up ahead. The track is very smooth. There's a spot where the paper is swelling and we lost some of it. So that's quite the, it looks like quite the bump in that. But the cars are, the ones we're doing are going well, fairly well. More rippling. This can cause some jumping in here. Oh, what do we call it? The donut. Where's the donut? Can we see it? There it is. Can you see up ahead? There's a round spot forming on the donut. Oh yeah, I can see it pretty good right now. Nice. I'm really liking the lighting for this. It's like a sculpture. The three-dimensional rolling with three-dimensional art. This can be quite the jump. There's some reflective material in there on the backside of that one. Lots of cars can get caught up here, this bridging area there. It's really smooth and shiny. There's some very interesting texture with these lines. Need a little pothole. We actually get potholes forming here. More reflective tape. These are really high edges where the orange Gorilla Tape underneath it is peeling upwards a little bit. The new piece came out. Ooh. Pothole. There's quite a bit of a pothole in this area, and we've covered it up with the paper. It's working very well with the truck. Pothole there. The cliff edge. All the shiny with the sparkles. Really nicely. This can act like a bit of a jump and a bump right there. Coming up here. It's very smooth and flat and straight right through the middle. So if you can stay in the middle, you're good. You ride the edge, you can hook a tire here, and it's very smooth as well. Your high ridge here. There's up this is a bit of a step down, same as here, a little bit different, but cars can try to barrel roll coming out of the jump sometimes. And the death box, death pit. Oh, look at that. That's good. Starting to collect its blood before it spills it. Lots of cars come down along the edge here and try to ride that rail and hopefully sometimes hit this side on that side and throw themselves over. But this is really smooth, almost glassy, some of the shiniest part. Can be quite a bit of a jump there. You see it that way? Not really, it doesn't shadow it. This is a ridged, high ridged area there. The reality of it all, I'm walking there, up on these stairs, up on this desk, and now to be able to carry on showing you there, I have to go around this. Go back in. We're going to throw down some premiums in another video after this one right away and do the point scoring for the eliminations. So this is lap 7 at the very end. Alpine. One car by yourself. If we run into some kind of a tie, or we're doing other things like just total elimination and we're running a bucket full of cars, then we do run some cars from up here too. So when you start up here, if you can cross this checkpoint, then you get an additional 3 points. The extreme start, and that's all you get is those +3. And if you land it and you make it down at the end. So you cross that line from the Alpine to this line, and that will give you a +3, provided that you succeed the rest of the track. So this is extreme start, lap 6, and if you can get across this checkpoint, then you can have a +2 added to your score. And then the death box start here with the Volvos, and I can't remember what this one is. This is a 2-person start. You've got to get across the death box to this number 1, and then you can have a +1 start. The jump start lap, let's say 7, 6, 5, 4. This is lap 4. Jump start is a single car down the center. This is your first experience with the jump. And you come off the trampoline, or the we used to call it, now I'm calling it a half pipe. It's molded itself in there. The plastic that's in there is one of those old black fat track scissor track pieces. This is what a 1-inch block. And this is what we call the pro start. This is the standard professional racing start. Everything else is adventure and show off. So we start here, 2 cars. And then this is checkpoint 1, right here where we have the team trucks. And we race trucks too. We love to race the trucks. They do better than the cars more often than not. So they're longer. Both the rubbers and the plastic wheels, the super trucks. Down through this area that we call the recovery area. For the most part, if you haven't gotten past the 3rd one, then and you didn't recover, you're out. Now, that being said, when you come off of this jump, you have to at least land on your wheels inside of this area first. Okay, I gotta wait for the tractor to go by.